Hi YouTube, it's Troy here again. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the new game I just received today. It's a Kickstarter, my first Kickstarter actually, and the game was made by a gentleman named Isaac Childres. It's his first project ever, and props to him because he did a fantastic job. The game looks great, and also it came in on time, which is not always the case for Kickstarter. So I've already taken off the lid because I'm going to be doing this one-handed today. So bear with me as I go through the contents of the box to give you guys a better idea what you get inside. So obviously this first item is the rule book. We'll do a quick little skip through. Fully colored. Seems to have boxes to help with fine details of gameplay, which is always nice. Here we go. We get a little diagram to show how to set up the different mines depending on the number of players, which is going to be quite helpful. It shows the finer gameplay rules of the mines and the miners, or each player's miners, and how they can interact with the mine to get resources. Very detailed descriptions and instructions, which is always great for someone learning a game for the first time. And this game is quite long. It can play up to 3 and 4 hours, so it's a meaty game. There's quite a few different gameplay mechanisms at work here. Now, a good thing about what Isaac did when he did his Kickstarter was that he actually provided any backers, or anyone in general really, with access to a digital copy of the game that you could play online with your friends or against AI opponents. So it was a good way to learn the game a little bit and to determine if it would be something that you wanted to back. I backed the game on the strength of Rado. Rado Runs Through did a review of the prototype of the game over a year ago now, and on the strength of that review, I went ahead and got the game kickstarted. So here we go. Here's the full-size map. It's quite large. It's quite thick as well, and it's got a nice glossy finish. I'll just zoom out a little bit so you guys can have a look. Over here is where you'll put the map tiles, or the mine tiles rather. And here we put our quest cards. This is going to be the market where you can buy blueprints for additional weapons. And down here are some other worker placement places where you can put your different workers during each round. So let's keep looking, shall we? What else do we have here? We have, here are some punch boards. Looks like money, mine tiles, more mine tiles, some tokens for what looks to be some form of warriors, or I guess it's adventurers that you would use to go out and complete the quests. So as you can see, these are quite thick as well. The card stock for this is quite thick, solid, well made. Everything looks good. Doesn't seem to be any bleed. Everything looks as it should. As we go back into the box, these are the player boards. I'm just going to open this real quick. Bear with me. And as I do, I just want to check the thickness of the cardstock, which is always important for this kind of thing. You don't want to have your player boards be bowing and curves and all that craziness. So let's see how we did here with these. If you can tell, that's quite thick, quite solid. There's not going to be any bending to this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 player boards of 4 different colors. Excellent. Back to the box. So here we have a bag of wooden goodness. So here we're going to have player colors for workers and action selection pawns. I assume the circles are, and again more workers. And there's a specific type of worker that is different than the others. There's like a little guy with a little bit of. Here we go. Here's a yellow one. Let me zoom in on that yellow guy so you can see. So there you go. Here's your special worker. He has some special gameplay mechanisms. So lots of wood comes with the game, always nice. And here we go with our cards. So we have item cards. We have quest cards. Rats in the cellar. Now that's a bit of a joke, because if anybody's played any type of role-playing games in the past, you often see go into the cellar and kill some rats as the first quest, and that's no different here. So great joke. I think it's quite funny. Here we have some adventurers. These are cards you can buy in the market. So these are market cards, I believe. And I'm not entirely sure what these cards are, but again, they look like they're finely crafted. And over here, final item in the box is our resources. So we have different types of resources, 3 different types of resources in the game. I'll cut away now and see. We'll break this stuff down a little bit further, and when I come back, I'll have the board set up for gameplay, and you can have a look at what it looks like when the game is about to begin. So here we go. That took a little longer than planned. I was able to punch out all those tokens. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. Pretty good quality, because I had to punch in all the tokens. I only had 1 rip on me, which is quite good for me because I'm quite clumsy. Apologize for the light coming in there. But as you can see, here's the player board set up for a 1-player game. Got some tokens for action selection. Here we go. We zoom in here. There's some a couple of the different adventurers, and as you level them up and get experience, you can go from level 1 to level 2. In addition to that, you can get different special abilities. For instance, this spear looking one says, if you flip it over, it will say impaling. So this guy has some special ability that allows him to impale monsters or some such.
What we do here is go back.